Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GRE out of this book here, practicing to take the GRE general test, the 10th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it in order to prepare for the exam. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 376, quantitative comparison question number 12. As a matter of fact, I just got done taping number 12 and I'm redoing it, and I'm going to post this one obviously because you're watching it, and watch the other version at all where the problem was solved in a very I don't want to use the word classical way, because classical way usually means theoretical way, academic way, the proper way, the orthodox way, but it was done using plugging in technique. So here's, I'm going to quickly tell you what happened there, give you a quick summary of what went on there, recapitulation if you like. What we did and go ahead and watch the first version also. What we did is we are told that A is more than B, A is more than 0, and B is more than A, and C is more than B. So what we did the first time around is to plug in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for A, B, and C, and based on that, the quantity that we have to compare is B over A versus C over B. B over A, B is 2, A is 1, 2 over 1, C over B, C is 3, B is 2, 3 halves versus 2, the answer is A. What I did second time around was to plug in fractions. Here's the nasty and nice number that I talked about in the other one, so you'll go and watch it. And then we said to ourselves, we already used up 0, we have a 1 already in the first try. We can't do negatives because they all have to be positive, so let's do fractions. So we did fractions here, a quarter, a third, and a half. And based on that work, the answer was B. Because the answer was B now, and answer is A here, because we have conflicting answer, the answer is D. What I want to do now is redo the whole problem in a little bit more theoretical way, just to see what happens. I need the room, so I need to erase all of this thing. Some of you might get a kick out of it, if there is such a thing as getting a kick out of an algebra problem. And if that is the case for you also, as it is for me, then you better go see a doctor. I went and saw a doctor, he gave me a prescription. He told me to go get a life. So anyway, that's a different story. So here we go. We have a B over A in one column and C over B in the other column. Let's multiply both columns by B. If I multiply this column by B and this column by B, this B drops out and this becomes B squared. Let's also multiply both columns by A. In other words, so now this A goes out. In other words, we end up with B squared here and A times C over here. Now I'm going to redo the whole thing from scratch without explaining much and see if you understand it. And if I lost you already here, then you're better off sticking with the plugging in thing that I'm doing already here. Let's see what it is here. Let me do it again one more time. I'm going to erase it and do it again because I need the room, so I have to erase it. So we have B over A in this column and C over B in this column. I have an A and a B. Let's multiply both sides by A times B. I'm going to multiply this column by A times B. I'm going to multiply this column by A times B. So the A drops out, and then B times B is B squared. And B drops out, and A times C is just AC. Now here's the deal. You see, listen carefully. Here's the deal. No matter what number you plug in here, unless of course you just happen to get lucky and you plug in the number that I'm going to show you here, no matter what number you plug in here, the answer is going to be either A or B. Either A or B. But the question is, basically what we have in the two quantity, when they tell you B over A versus C over B, it boils down to B squared versus A times C. So the question now is there a possibility that the two quantities are equal? The answer is yes. B squared, that's right in the middle. For example, well, 1 would not work. Oh, 1 would work also. Oh, 1 would not work because we can't plug in. 1 would work because 1 times 1 is 1 squared is 1, and if A is 1 and C is 1, then 1 times 1 would be 1, but they all have to be different. So 1 wouldn't work. The next one is 4. 2 squared, which is 4. 4 is 4 times 1. Let's see if that one works. So if I were to plug in, I'm going to erase all of this part, okay? I'm trying to show you here how the answer would be C. It's very easy one more time to see why the answer would be A or a B. No matter what number you plug in here, the answer is going to be either A or B. Unless you're quick enough to realize that this is also a scenario where the answer would be C, which is what I'm showing you here. So I'm going to erase all this part. So as you can see here, 2 squared is equals 4 times 1. So your A cannot be 4, but C can be 4. 1 times 4, voila. So my A is 1, my C is 4, and my B is 2. In this case, the two quantities that we have to compare are B over A versus C over B. B over A, B is 2 versus A, which is 1, and C, which is 4, over B, which is 2, which is also 2. Voila, the answer is C. Answer in this case is C. Column A equals column B. What other would be possibilities? We have 2 squared, let's try 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. How can we break up 9? 9 we can break up again. Oh, there you go, 9 times 1. But that would not work. 9 times, the only factors of 9s are 1s and 3s. So 3 squared would be 1 times 9, but that would not work here because C would have to be 9, A would have to be 1. Oh, this would work actually. C is 9, here is your C, which is 9. Your A is 1, and your B is 3. That would work. B over A, B over A, B is 3, over A, which is 1, and C over B. C is 9, over B, which is 3, which is also 3. You see, the answer is again C. So again, one more time, what I'm trying to make you understand is this is the part that I want you to see, that you can plug in any number that you want in the beginning, any random numbers that you want that follows here, the pattern. You can plug in 1, 2, 3, or you can plug in anything that you like, 5, 6, 7, doesn't matter what it is. No matter what you plug in, the answer is going to be either A or B. But then what you have to realize is that there are these scenarios where our answer would turn out to be C, and therefore the correct answer is D. Let's try 4 squared. 4 squared, again same thing, 16 times 1, you get the idea. And you can try it out and you will see that. 5 squared would not work because 5 squared, well, 25 times 1, you get the idea. And you can try all of this thing and they would all work. 6 squared, 36, you can do it 36 times 1. You can do 36 times 1, or you can do 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. Let's try it here. I'm curious. The C is 9 in this case. B over A versus C over B. In this case, C is 9. Right here, C is 9, which is less than A, which is 4, or rather more than, or in the middle we have B, which is 6. So B over A, B, which is 6, over A, which is 4, which is 3 halves. And here C over B, C is 9, over B, which is 6. 9 over 6 is 3 halves. Voila, they are equal again. So there are infinite possibilities where the answer would turn out to be C, but the question is, were you quick enough to see it? That is what I want you to understand. So again, one more time, I know I keep repeating it like a parrot. In the ordinary scenario that most people can think of, they can only come up with either A or a B, and those people who get this question right, probably they're getting it right because they tried one time, the answer turns out to be A, they tried the second time around, the answer turns out to B, like I did in the first take, and they realize that the answer is D. But if unfortunately you keep trying numbers where the answer does not change, you'll think that the answer is what it is. If you try 2 or 3 different times and the answer turns out to be always A or always B, you will think that the answer is A or B. But here are the situation is this situation here. There are infinite possibilities where the two columns are going to be equal, and therefore the answer is D. That's all. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it interesting. It doesn't hurt for doing it for learning purposes. I hope you got something out of it. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, I do face-to-face tutoring, obviously, and I also tutor over the internet via Skype, and I also provide tutoring services over the telephone. If there is anything at all that I can do to help you prepare for the exam, for the GRE or GMAT, go to my website at www.for4gre.com and send me an email. Or you can go to www.KeshwaniPrep.com and send me an email. Alright? Thank you.